Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Oh. Get that out of there. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. We're here for another live review of Canada's Drag Race Season 2. This is Episode 4 Snatch Game. A lot of you know that I was not under the best weather the last week, so Episode 3 low-key was dropped into the panel on that last Sunday. So if you want to catch that review, that's there. But this week, I'm here, I'm back. I need a haircut, but I'm still cute. To the haters. And we need to talk about this episode. And I decided to bring in one of my panel members, Mr. Dooley _noted. Girl, I don't know what fell. I just heard it. Anywho, I was rushing to get here. Let's go ahead and get this taken care of today. Let me go ahead and bring in my friend and my kinfolk because I need to go ahead and get my drink low key. Let's go ahead and bring him in. He got a sweater on today. I'm getting a jacket. It's Dooley _noted.
Hi, friends. Hello. Hey. I'm back.
How you doing? Thanks for being here this week, Julie. You did a little Dragula and now a little Canada. Okay.
Right? I am here. She's booked on the Matty Rants show.
I'm getting a jacket. Yes,
it's
honey.
Cold outside. I'm supposed to go run after this. And I'm like, it's cold outside. I don't like this. I don't like that.
Houston said 46 degrees yesterday for the morning, and that's not normal out here. So the girls were like, oh, hell no. And I was like, well, this is finally walking outside weather for me because that humidity be too much. Okay.
It's funny. So I've been on this earth 33 years, and every winter I get mad. I be mad every winter. I'm like, don't nobody want this. Hair dry, skin dry, earth dry. Girl, don't nobody want to be outside in that. I hate it. I hate it so much, y'all. And the shady part is I've only ever lived in places with like ridiculous ass snow, like Michigan, New York. Like, really?
Okay. She's organized. All right.
Work. Right. Let's get winner. I mean, the girl Blake Isha. She's like, the fashions. You can put on a sweater. You can put on a coat. And I'll be like, girl, don't nobody want to wear 9 layers.
Ugh. I do. I want to walk out like I'm a goddamn advertisement for quilted fabric, bitch. Okay.
Oh
I want to hit them streets. Like if I hit the ground, I'm just gonna bounce back up like Shangela, since she hasn't had a concussion yet from them hard falls that she be doing.
Oh, Matt, that is not true. Let me tell you a story. So actually, there's this one year that Shangela was in New York City for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And if I remember correctly, she was hosting with Delilah. I can't think of her last name. Anyway, sis went to go hit a dip, and that leg said, and they had to take her to the hospital.
Yeah, that's the broken leg story. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about concussions with her head, Dooley. I know her leg can't save her. We already seen that twice happen to her. I'm talking about the back of her head, child, because when she be landing, it'd be like boom. And I'm like, I know that's a wig, but what about the back of your skull? Like, because I've never seen girls hit that hard. And I mean, that's a death drop, but
she all the 5'4", maybe a smooth 145, and just woof.
She be bam, bam, and boom. I'm like, girl, did you want to take time before you found the floor? Because you be hitting it like the speed of sound don't even catch you hit. Like, come on now. Okay.
I'm not breaking the sound barrier on your way down.
I mean, bitch, I'm telling you, that's how the Army find out about new technology. They go to Shangela. We need you to hit the ground real hard. We're going to time that speed. I know you got some superpower in there. Listen, let's get to this right now because low key, high key, all keys, this Animal Crossing update has taken over my life again. I'm sorry to tell you, they gave us way too much to do. And your bitch is like, I'm trying not to time travel, but I'm gonna have to because I want to get my museum guy over by my island here. Let's go ahead and jump on into this. We love a little fall background. Some of us like this weather. Some of us do. Canada's Drag Race Snatch Game. All right, y'all. I know that the majority of you understand me, and you also know of my friends and understand them as well. I know that others don't quite get it. I don't care. So if you're gonna be mad today, you can be that.
This might not be your episode.
This may not be the one.
This might not be your episode.
This may not be the one. Because when I tell you, I'm going to tell you how I feel. If this ruins your day, I apologize. But I also say not sorry at the same time because this is what I do. If you need my credentials, go through all my videos, boo. You got years of them because the girls tried it yesterday. So we're going to keep this going because I was not impressed. I'm going to tell you that right now. I did like this runway for the category that it was. I felt some people decided to show their colors when they got to this runway because I didn't know until this episode for one particular person, Kendall. We're going to talk about that. I was like, oh,
my man.
I said, she's black? Oh, girl, she never. Not one time did she
that little
insert.
That little insert. We almost like.
For the light-skinned black folks. I'm like, you know, bitch, I looked for the mirror. I said, me? This is for us? I would have said something on First Arrival, but here we go. And then I'm going to get to Miss Eve 6000 being her worst enemy, and I'm getting sick of it. It's like, girl, I what do you want us to do? This conversation that Suki had in the background about privilege was needed and necessary. Hope the girls were listening.
She said, baby, I'm from the projects. I was like, yes.
I also want to get into Geometric's two voices. I'd like to have that conversation today. I really would.
It was giving, but wow, what happened to your accent?
Because she does this really high inflection voice that is so nails on a chalkboard. And then other times it's like, I'm like, okay, like, okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. There you are. So I get confused. No, I'm aware. Mark, but let me say this again so you hear me. I'm aware of that, but that was never addressed until this random moment on the runway.
It was a random insert.
As someone who is light skinned, made me feel some kind of way. And I don't have a white parent, okay? I have two black parents. But I'm sitting here going, why would you say that now? Like almost to be like, in case y'all read me for doing Stacey, by the way. And I was like, as a matter of fact, that whole group with Cynthia and let's get into this.
Let's get into it, yeah.
They're wearing me a little low pussy. Okay. All right. So they're back into the workroom again. I almost forgot who was sent home last week, but I can't because it was Stephanie Prince and she was one of my favorites. You know, apparently Cynthia Kiss wasn't aware that she almost killed this lady on the stage by throwing a ball with spikes at her. Oh my God. I need to lawyer up. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I think you knew what you were doing when you released that ball while you were lip syncing. I highly doubt that this is just now the conversation happening when you got back here. But whatever, you know, hey, whatever. Either way, it was like, okay, Adriana's a threat. We see you in this competition. Wait till Snatch Game. Okay? Just wait. I feel like this show is doing the roller coaster dips dually that we experienced on the San Diego trip, just up and down. When you're in the top last week, you're in the bottom the next week. Some of these people are starting to get a little forgetful sitting in the background here. I am. You are going to hear me in a second, okay? And I'm trying to figure out who to root for besides Pythia. That's where I'm at.
Very, very that. Like, it's, I don't know who I'm rooting for at this point. Like, Pythia is showing up on the runway and like being fun. And it's like, okay, that's like, we see you, sis. I like Stephanie Prince too. Y'all chopped her. So I was like, okay, word.
It was like, okay, that was a favorite. We just started liking Ocean. It was like, okay, there that one goes. She was getting cool. And then this episode, when we talk about who was eliminated a little later, I was like, bitch, I just started liking her. Why are you doing this to me? Like everybody I start liking, they send home. And it's like, come on now. But yeah, I'm trying to get a grasp. I do think that Pythia and Isis are my top two for me so far right now. I like Isis's attitude, and she was quick for that read to Kendall because Kendall tried her, girl. And it was like, before you go there, I make everything I own. I was like, we're going to talk about it. So there's this character in Mario universe where this woman is a ghost and she's a big bosom lady. And every time I look at Eve, I think of this ghost woman in the Mario universe. If y'all know who I'm talking about, please comment section go in. Because every time I see her, I was like, who is that ghost lady in the Mario world that this lady Loki looks like? She's giving me one of King Boo's girls. I just, it is there. I don't know. Dooley.
Are you talking about Vivian from Paper Mario?
I think that's who it is. The
With
one
the
who's
hat?
like that, yeah, and she's got the tatas is like right there. She's like, woo, woo. I forget how she looks, but every time I see her, I'm like, that's her. Madame Flurry.
Madame
Thank you.
Flurry? Okay.
Thank
I was
you.
like, I don't know which way
Thank
to go
you.
here.
I was like, it's somebody on there. Y'all know I play Nintendo like down. So for me, there you go. I mean, it's a little Luigi's Mansions tease. It is. Low key, she gives me on the 9th floor. That's the hotel. I stopped playing that one. That one was boring. Let's continue on. See how I'm going into other things. Vivian is purple though. You know what I mean. Like all we got to do is put her on the green screen and she'll turn another color. Give her to Raven. She'll figure it out. Okay, Tracy Melshore is going to be here today as one of our judges. I like her personally. She's good energy. She's really good fucking energy, and I'm here for her. I do miss Stacy though. Brad, you are a blurb for obvious reasons. I don't know why every time you come down this runway, you are in some motion that is not for your commotion, but I do love this color palette, like high key. So yeah.
Whenever I see him, like I feel like somebody is in the background, just like yelling homosexuality. Like it just I'm like, baby, you are gay.
I love Brad. Brad just gives me that people drive by and scream obscenities at him, and he's just like, whatever, you know. But I'm here for the lime loud jacket and this beautiful. I want to say, what purple Matthew would that be? Yams. Yeah, I'm gonna give it yam. Eggplant. Thank you. Eggplant with a little. There we go. I do like a little Brad, a little Goreski. Now, this young man, or they, them, I don't know what everybody's going by these days before someone tries to drag me for not knowing this. I don't know who this is. Connor Jessup's. Apparently, he's on Lock and Key. I was like, gag. I watched the show, didn't even realize who this was, but they were there as a guest judge.
Boo.
You're booting? You wasn't here for the who is this?
I was not.
You weren't here for the who's that girl. It's the who's that Pokemon. Da da da. That's Candace Drag Race.
y'all gotta stop. I know y'all want names and y'all are trying to like appeal to certain demographics, but y'all gotta start bringing girls that on the show that actually know something. Like that's why we was living for a homegirl from Mystique on UK this week, because it was like she had a perspective, she's had something to say, and she knew what the hell she was talking about. Miss Thang right here, clearly, she just felt like she had something to say. She wanted to say something. It was like, baby, what are you talking about?
Don't you love it when they put like a little eyeshadow on and like, okay, I'm here. I've made it. Like, this is what we're doing today. Let's talk about drag. Just like the person yesterday.
who was that? Who was that girl that we was dragging last week? I think they were on Riverdale talking about I have a fierce drag persona inside and I want to go on Drag Race. And she makes me feel motion. And then started looking like the inflatable man.
Oh, God.
What was her name?
Oh, God. I almost said Mary Cherry just for the description.
Well.
Bert.
Preach up.
Bert. You talking about KJ Appa. Okay.
I think that's it. It was like, girl. It's the same chaotic white energy.
I just wish differently for these two fingers. Okay. All right. So let's continue. Yeah. So there you go. Brooklyn though.
Stunning.
Yes. Stunning. Bitch, I hate this color and this is so right.
I love it.
Like, goddamn. Rude.
This little ziggity zag and then a swoop-a-doo.
Come on with my words. A little ziggity zag, a swoop-a-doo, a little dop-dop-a-doo-wop, a bam-bam, a put. I'm telling you, RuPaul Asia, this white lady wearing you out, girl. I'm just playing, but like for real, Brooklyn's been coming for it in the category of runways. And it's possible because she has different designers making outfits. Not the same look from the same person. No shade is Aldi. Okay, you got your image, honey. No shade. But I'm asking you, Rue, to possibly consider in thinking about somebody else who wouldn't mind draping a 7'5" man. Okay, I'm just saying, who digs holes sometimes and finds things and sells it for a profit while the world is crumbling from the sun's rays. Oh my
Like,
goodness!
she got some money. She got black
Oh
gold. She be
my
all right.
goodness! Wait, black gold?
Black
Okay.
gold.
Wait, black gold? Okay.
Girl, I mean,
All right. That's our TED Talk today. Now let's see here. Yeah. You look good, sis. Go ahead with your bad self. However, we're going to talk about a few things here because I noticed that some things were omitted from history today on this episode in terms of the mini challenge. But when they came back in the room, they had a conversation with Eve, poor Eve. And then, of course, it's, I'm going to win. I'm going to do this. Geometric was very much showing her talent in doing these two voices. It literally went from a normal voice to this, but I'm going to do it. It was like, I get you're trying to be funny, but you do this often. It's driving me a little nuts on the show because I actually like you when you're chill.
Me too.
For example, when she was getting Eve together, that was normal. You were talking very normal. I don't like it when you go into the high. If it just, who is that person? But other than that, that's the only thing with her Gia I don't care for is that random voice that pops up when she wants to be funny or be like super silly gay. And it's like, I get what you're doing, but stop. Like, just be yourself. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah. This part, wild card. I really don't. I just don't get certain motions with that ocean. I don't. Cynthia has her little moments too where she goes, really, I'm trying too hard. And it's like, okay, girl, I got it. Kendall as well. That group has a little moments here where I'm like, y'all were putting on and I can see it. And it's cool, but no. Oh, Brooklyn.
MC Hammer walked into the room.
And I know MC is your favorite.
Y'all know I stand MC Hammer.
I know it. I know you do.
I stand MC Hammer.
I know you do. I thought of you immediately when I saw these pants. I was like, Dooley is having a field day. So Brooklyn walks into the room and she's giving us a little bit of a spiel. Of course, words are said and white shoes were presented. It's the mini challenge, reading challenge, We were not given any Paris is Burning mention at all once this was done. There were quotes given from Paris is Burning. There were quotes given from the ballroom community, all that jazz and good shit. But not one time was it mentioned. Don't like that. I'll give Rue that much credit. You continue to bring it up. I thank you. Even though they don't.
She got dragged. We dragged her for like 4 seasons.
They still don't pay you dust in the community, girl, and you know why. But like, still, it just really bothers me that Brooklyn did the whole spiel and just forgot to even mention that big piece of history that a lot of the new girls who, when they see the show, need to know, hey, that is a documentary you need to watch. It is on YouTube, everybody, if you need to watch it. It is important for you to watch. And if y'all want ballroom shit like you ask, watch that. Because that's beginning. That's old school. That's
real good.
Bury that, okay? Not before the dramatics came in. Then get in them videos with Naomi afterwards, all right? Then go to Naomi. Get there first. Then go to Naomi. There's sections to that shit. There's waves to that emotion, okay? Anywho, get into the reading challenge. I wasn't laughing.
I was not either. So, I don't know if it's because, like, contestants are getting younger and we're not. But, like, I don't think these children understand the difference between reading and shade. And like it drifts off into shade / cattiness as opposed to like reading which is like rooted in observation that you make funny. And so I agree with you, Matt. Most of the time for this episode, I was like, what?
There were funny moments. Absolutely. Adriana dragged Gia low key. It was the Gigi not as good, and it was like, well, yeah, because That's what everybody else is thinking. Look, I even had to get the moment. I like this little jacket though. Go ahead, sis. Them glasses are piss, but I love that.
I hate the glasses too.
Glasses were piss, honey. I was just like pee in my mouth and throw up instantly. Kendall Jenner thought she was doing something here. I guess this was our like segue into the Stacey McKenzie vibes of what we were supposed to be given here. Go ahead, Craig David. Go ahead. But she tried to read.
Craig David.
She tried to read Kendall Jenner. Excuse me. She tried to read Isis Couture. Look at me with these names, y'all. And Isis dragged her ass back. And even Brooklyn was brought into the read. And basically, Kendall said, you know, you're giving Isis Forever 21 to some kind of shit. H&M. Isis H&M. And Isis like, girl, I make all my own stuff before you try to read while you looked a fool last week. Isn't that right, Brooklyn? And Brooklyn was like, well. I said, oh, Kendall, that's not how that works. You got run around. But most of them also only got one read. What was that about? I was like, so were they not funny? Or was that just the best that we could get out of them or whatever? It's the reading challenge. It's one of our favorite things with the show. But yeah, it didn't really sit with me this time. There were a few moments here and there, but I was like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Is Brooklyn in a mullet? Is that a mullet?
It is a mullet.
The cheeks are full. Them cheeks are full and pumped.
It looked like a full implant. Yeah, like where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? I have a hypothesis, and I wonder if it's like because the new girls are like learning to do drag via like television and YouTube, and like the older girls, like you had to be in them streets and get selected and like build a family. And so you learn some of that fun, kiki kind of like fun stuff kind of that way. I wonder if maybe like that's why it's not hitting. It also could be geographic too, because this is Canada and we're not talking about America.
True. It also could be that none of the girls have ever hosted in a sense of being a comedian and hosting, but just simply, are y'all having a good time? I have a joke about penises and boobs.
Make some noise.
I'm a big old bottom, worn out hole, like that kind of mix. Like that's funny in a
like
club.
poppers.
Yeah, like that's funny when you're drunk in a club and you have a bunch of people who are low-key Republicans in the audience, right? Like that's fine. It
has been great. I will see y'all. Girl. Woo! Girl, I'm gonna have to tell you about the time I was at Industry to go support our home girl, Keisha Carter, and I got into it with a gay Republican. That's a story for the panel.
I mean, that's throw a rock if you go to JR's, girl. That's all I gotta say. Throw a pebble. Like, there goes. Ooh, there was a whole fight that happened one time. The JR's and Houston girl over the election. It was crazy. I was like, really, queens? Really? Like, we're all fucked over no matter who we choose anyway. So what are we doing here?
Robbie said, for fuck's sake, the next queen is going to be called Geographic. Girl, we got Geometric, Geogun, Geographic. Girl, come on, Gia.
Oh, my goodness. I'm G over it. Okay, listen. Now, Brooklyn gives Isis Couture the win because Isis actually had reads, and it was somewhat funny. But then she tells them they're doing Snatch Game, and of course the queens are putting together their looks. I want to be so famous. I want to meet. So yeah, girl, we need to get Keisha back on, honey. But you know the world has opened back up, and Keisha's booked down. Boots. So if we ever get her again, I'm gonna try it on a weekday show for something, bitch, or something like that to get here. Because Mama, you know what I'm saying? Make a coin, but we love Keisha Carter in this household here. So Brooklyn put on her best RuPaul. That is what this was. I give her credit for what it's worth. The face is so it's like, all right, but let's talk about Snatch Game, even though didn't you not do good?
Surely did not.
I was like, why is she talking about
and production paid it with that double save lip sync.
Oh, that is right, because that was Whoopi Goldberg for Evie Oddly, and then she was Celine Dion, and it was really bad. And they had the best lip sync ever to Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato, I can't talk about no more in life. I just don't want to speak of her. Them. Excuse me. Them. I just don't want to speak of them. Because next week it may be something new. Something new may be coming up here. By the way, everyone, just like, girl, she already don't claim Earth no more. I was like, take Raven with you. All right. She was
Brooke's
Jamaican.
lip sync
So
saved her from being eliminated.
and she thought the going from textured hair to flat hair was gonna be the it for
Right.
her. Oh, I said, wait, so you gonna put on some 4C wig and you about to come out
Right.
here and then take it off and go to 2B. All right, girl. Like,
Girl, you went from a just for me kit back to oil of Olay, and that was
yes,
that was supposed to be a
yes. No, excuse me, Pantene Pro V.
that part. Herbal essence.
Garnier
Like,
Fructis.
Garnier. Come on. Okay. Hotel shampoo. None of the shit that works for
Suave,
black
bitch.
people.
Suave. Like it's
girl.
150. I don't care about dandruff. That kind of shampoo.
Man, that's how I also know that we are
Woo!
not like young people anymore. But I feel like consistently our criteria for like what a good lip sync is just very different. Everybody that's like 27 and below, you know, you go out there, you tumble, you do a cartwheel, a little dip, and they be like, yeah!
And it's like,
and we be sitting there
like she doing a lot. Like, where was the attitude? Where was her vibe in the song? Like, for example, not just saying because she's black or whatever, but Vanity Milan this week. It was a perfect example of someone knowing the song, knowing the vibe, and presenting it. Even though she did 3 splits for no reason, and it only should have been 2. It only should have been 2, one in the beginning and one towards the end. We've been fine. But them spins were right with God, and every time she hit it, it was, you know that it's the song, and over here Scarlett's cheesing. Like, the fuck are you doing? This song is not about being at Disney World. Bitch, we go to the club, and I carry the blade. What's up? There goes my babe. Come on.
I'd be like, baby, this is Yolanda Adams. Why are you cartwheeling? What is happening?
Bitch,
what?
Kenya
Michaels said the battle is not yours, it's the Lord. Like that. Why are you on the floor?
Latrice is literally going through it, trying to figure out if the baby's gonna come out or not. And then Kenya Michaels over here trying to lose the baby. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I was so confused. You make me feel. Why are you going so fast?
5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Girl.
I thought she was fighting someone for real. I was like, girl, there are ghosts on that stage, bitch. They want to get a pastor, get a priest up in here. Bless it. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm like, baby, what is this?
Woo!
A white refrigerator. What is this? Girl.
Boo, Dooley. Okay, excuse me. Okay. Woo! All right, sorry, but Brooklyn knows how to lip sync. So that's somebody who literally can come and do the assignment. She did Janet Jackson very well against Raja, like all T. Like, Mama kept up with Raja. I said kept up. I didn't say she outperformed. I said kept up. She also wore the right wig. That really matters. So this was where somebody fucked up, in my opinion.
I know.
Eve, why, for the love of God, did you not stick to Jennifer Coolidge? Because we all would have loved to have seen it.
Great.
And went with Bernie Sanders the moment that brick of a face that's not moving laughed at you. I was confused. Love your Brooklyn, but you knew damn well that wasn't the Bernie Sanders. No, girl. Jennifer Coolidge would have been just fine. Oh, Bernie's one note. Let's be clear. Let's be very clear.
Right. Unless you're like into politics and you like Bernie Sanders is funny, but you gotta like know the little shit that he does that's like shady and funny. Most people don't pay attention to that shit. So like, it should have been Jennifer Coolidge.
Why didn't you fall asleep while you were sitting there, child? Like with your arms folded, like
you should have been asleep.
Like
Bernie Sanders is always disgruntled. He always pointing his finger and make like wagging his finger at you.
She should have got up like damn near knocking everybody's shit down. Like,
I was with Dr. King.
What I was saying, what I said. You can
from
hear
Brooklyn.
Me. Yes, I'm of the people and for the people. Wait, I'm back. Like that, there was so much to do. Again, what are we doing here? And for Jennifer Coolidge, oh, that could have gone so many different ways. Why not Jennifer Coolidge? Oh, it's so easy. She basically is Donald Trump, but like a better person. Like, come on now. Like, honestly, she sounds like a feminine Donald Trump. Easy.
Oh, Belinda, if you would please give me a massage.
What do you mean you're having trouble with your cigarettes? Like White Lotus. Like, oh, yeah, White Lotus.
The whole time. Like, it's like she popped a Valiant.
Very that. So I was really upset that Eve took this route, and I know she's beating herself up about it, but it was like at the same time, if you pulled it out because you literally dived down to the next level of the basement and came back with a new wig, It was like, girl, low key, you had the Bernie clothes on like immediately. You really wanted to do that. It just
had the hair and everything.
Laugh.
Look at it. Look at this hair.
Ooh, okay. The high video would be a great intro. Hi. Yeah.
Or she could have been White She-Devil from Pootie
Oh my
Tang.
gosh. I mean, hold on. Why call it? Have you seen White Lotus? Okay, y'all. If there's a show on HBO, if you have the opportunity to watch it, please watch it. It's actually, it was weird at first. Like, I was like, what is going on here? But it makes you want to keep watching it and keep going because it gets crazy. That ride is, I thought I knew what was going on.
I finished watching it 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I finally finished it. And Matt is right. At the beginning, you'd be like, okay, first and foremost, it's a commentary on privilege and money. So, like, at the beginning, it's like all these white people, they got money, they being real shitty, and then the story hits, and you're like, oh, shit! Like,
it's a trip to Hawaii told from the perspective of the help as well as the people who are there.
It's good.
And it's like, oof, it's interesting. Very interesting. And
there's homosexuality, there's drugs.
There's family drama.
There's family, yeah.
There's the friendship turmoil of the friendship of the girl who's of color and the one who was white, and her family had like the dad who was a stout Republican. Girl, it was some shit.
There's larceny. There's colonialism. Girl, they showed out.
It's all of that. It was deep. It was deep. Yeah. And Jennifer Coolidge was great, but our girl Natasha from
Rothwell
from Insecure, yeah, from Insecure, she's on there and she is brilliant.
She plays Belinda. She's the best character. She does everything.
I was Belinda because when she kept all that together, when she wanted to rock that lady in the face after wasting her time, she said, "You know what? All right." She had to cry. It went right back to her.
I just got into a relationship and I don't know where this is going. So, I'll just let me think on this. She should have been like, bitch, but she didn't.
She cried, and literally that lady came back in to get her glasses. I was like, no! It is a mess. She's like crying, and that lady fucked her over, and then she walked in. I'm sorry, I left my glasses. Like,
y'all go watch.
Get out of here. Woo! Oh my goodness. Same creator did Enlightened with Laura Dern. I love Laura Dern. She's a good actress. She was great in Big Little Lies. Big Little Lies? Was that the one? I always
think of Jurassic Park. Yeah, I think of Laura Dern, but you're right.
Woo! It's still the first one is still gonna be forever iconic. Okay, bitch, run! Like, girl, you way over there. Why are you whispering run to these people after you just got away from the Velociraptor? Then you up in this building, this man's arm dropped down on you. You gonna let a radio hold you back? I couldn't stand that. I was like, girl, this is stupid. A little small, less than 2-pound radio was dragging her feet, y'all. I couldn't take it. Okay, let me stop. I will read. I love Jurassic Park, but I'm gonna read a couple scenes that didn't make no damn sense. Grimes up here. They did this little red carpet bit for the Snatch Game portion of this. It's kind of like, okay, it's cute, but it was sort of like just a filler on time sort of bit. Tracy Milcher was there to interview the celebrities.
Can we talk about Rachel Zoe?
You mean?
So I have questions because Laganja did that for season 6 and they dragged her.
And it was the same performance?
It was the same thing. Yes! I was like, it's the same thing, bitch. So what is the truth? What is the truth?
Well, Brad was there to basically bumper that one because I honestly was confused as well because I said this is the same robotic motions that Laganja did. Bowmanizer, social media sensation, as Brooklyn called him, is there as a guest judge, or not a guest judge, but a guest there for Snatch Game. Didn't realize he was from Canada, as I'm assuming that's why he's there as a social media star in the first place, sitting next to Brad Goreski. So they're there to help the comedy. Didn't do that, but they were there.
Hey, girl.
Some people appreciate that. So then here is the panel of people on Snatch Game. Now we got Pythia as Grimes, Crystal Method. We've got come on now. We got Kimora. We got Kimora Amore as Leslie Jones. We will be having a discussion about this. I chose their individual pictures for a reason because, trust, we need to discuss. That was not Leslie. Then we've got, and I'm angry at you, Isis Couture, as La Veneno. No, you were not.
It was not.
No, you were not. Almost said something mean, but I might. Kendall Jenner is back on the other side of the fence as Kris Jenner.
Not on the other side of the fence.
There you go. You're welcome, Dooley. I thought you appreciate that one. Woo! Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I am. Then we have Suki Doll as Yoko Ono, wasted up. Waste.
I think she did embody Yoko Ono, but Yoko Ono it's just like she's on like a quaalude. Like it's like she's not coherent ever.
Okay.
So why would you do her?
Geometric was Jim Carrey as Ace Ventura.
It was giving me. I said this to Matt earlier this week. It's so they probably could name the property, but like it was much more Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber combined with Ace Ventura. Because
it was the accent for me. Like I knew they were trying to do alrighty then. I knew they were trying to do Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura, but Bernie Sanders as Eve 6000 as Bernie Sanders. I gotta give Eve credit though, the makeup was right. Unlike Adriana as Sofia Vergara, who needed makeup or more or less or blending or cutting, creasing, a different project. And then Rachel Zoe. Oh, thank you, Jay. I see your donate while I'm sitting here on this.
Girl, I heard the notification. That was a
loud
notification.
I know. This new iPhone, girl. Let me turn it off a little bit. Thank you, babe. I see your donate, Jay McGill.
I ain't got no notifications. Raggedy bit. No, I'm kidding.
That's why you ain't got no notification.
Right?
There you go. Yell at them, and then to be like, "Where is mine?" Okay, no. Rachel Zoe though. Cynthia Kiss is Rachel Zoe. So let's talk about it. So Cynthia Kiss as a robot, as Rachel Zoe, was somewhat entertaining.
Yeah, she okay. Yes. She had more back and forth with Brad than she did with the other girls in Brooklyn, which we've kind of never seen before in Snatch Game. And I don't know if that's a positive or negative.
I thought that Laganja looked more like Rachel Zoe than she looked like Rachel Zoe.
Yeah.
If we really want to go there. And I was okay with it. I wasn't mad, but it just reminded me so much of that, the voice, but it is very much like Rachel. Here's how Rachel talked for me. Let me do it. Okay. So Brad and myself, we went to the store and we found these new shoes. And I was like, oh my God, bananas. And I found it to be amazing. Like literally. Do you see how I didn't need to got the whole thing? Because that's how Rachel actually talks. She doesn't ga. And it was like when they do that, I'm always thrown off a little bit. I did, for what's worth, she was smart to play somebody who Brad fucking knows, who had a falling out with, mind you. So it's like we can play with this a little bit. I think it was a smart choice. I do not agree with it being as funny as it was, but it was a smart choice. Like I said, don't get me on the show, girl. We're going to do impressions. I'm fine. I'll be fine. Let's move on here. Who else did I guess I'm talking about them all. I took pictures. Yoko Ono. Suki Doll. Suki, it's sad. It's really interesting. The conversation about having to play stereotype characters came up after all this took place. And then this is where you went. And it was a little bit like, okay, did that defeat the purpose of that conversation? Or is that something that you just felt you had to do because of where you were given for the challenge? Either way, it was a sad moment because Yoko Ono could have been fucking hilarious. And it was not. Why the toilet paper for art?
I didn't think it was a good choice based upon Suki Doll's personality, at least what we've seen thus far. I feel like she should have played to something closer to what comes natural to her. I
think a fashion icon would have been better, or someone who's a stylist who's very obnoxious. I don't know, somebody else. But for what it's worth, just sitting still, I enjoyed her sitting still, not moving or saying anything. I did. Oh no. Hey y'all, I'm sorry I'm late. My mom is in the hospital. I had to literally force her to call 911 last night. I'm so stressed, she's so stubborn. Sending love to your mom, baby. I'm sorry to hear that. You know that my ass is stubborn too. Trust me. They kept on saying, Matt, you need to go to the doctor. I don't know. Suki could have been Alec Mappa.
That would have been funnier than what had happened today.
I don't even think she knows who that is. Okay, just be
unfortunate.
I don't even think she know who that is, baby. We know Alec Mappa because we're old. But yeah, I let's continue. Oh my God, I did this screenshot. So
This is terrible.
I'm trying to think if there was a better one I could have chosen.
Look at
Adriana
her
as Sofia
face.
Vergara.
She looks like an old white man.
You got it, House of Milan. You got it. This is unfortunate. She does not. This is. I thought she painted. Yeah, she didn't even paint as Sophia. Like, where is? I don't see. I don't.
This titty plate is not hitting like it's supposed to. She not the same color brown. She need a tan.
It's not right, and it's not okay. Send it back. Don't bring it back. Don't bring it this way.
Y'all gotta stop trying to do Sofia Vergara. This is the second time that we've tried. Someone tried to. It's not
the
hitting.
last person didn't do Sophia. Remember, she changed it because Fifi told her to be somebody else, so she ended up being Alaska.
You right. You right.
That was Roxy Andrews. She let the devil get on her shoulder and go, "Nah, sis, be someone terrible." And Alaska's sitting right there. That was the dumbest thing she could have ever done. I was like, "Girl, really?" And Alaska's looking like, as May, oh, what's a big idea? Oh, poor Sophia. I mean, Sophia low-key retired her own character. She was on Modern Family. Where else she been? Selling couches at Rooms to Go. There you go.
I feel like it was, I can't remember if this was the statistic for 2019 or 2018, but she was like the highest paid Latinx woman in promotions for like brands for like a full calendar year or something. She had like Tide and Coke and like all that. I was like, girl, she getting paid. But you're right, Matt. Aside from Modern Family,
after that was over with, I seen her with what's the other supermodel at Rooms to Go, baby, talking about I got a new couch. Oh, I got rugs, bitch. I'm like, I hope they're selling because I hope you save that money from all that time. Because girl, that run was cute, but yeah, you low key were used as a stereotype on Modern Family, and it was very annoying. But I liked her. I really did like Sophia. I just hated how she was Jay's new wife and they played that situation. Either way, Grimes was kind of fun, but I'm not even shading her. And I hate to do this. I honestly don't like doing this because that's not right, but it is Crystal. Like everything about this gave me so much Crystal method. I was like, fuck, this is hard.
Wait, yeah, Cynthia did for season 9, Cynthia did Sofia Vergara. The fact that we fucking forgot that says a lot, but like
wait, Cynthia Lee Fontaine was in a Snatch Game?
Season 9.
She lasted that long. No,
because remember, Nina did Jasmine Masters.
Oh, that's right.
And Peppermint was in the bottom because she was doing Nene Leaks.
That's right.
And Valentina did Miss Colombia.
It's Cindy Crawford and Sofia Vergara. Thank you, Gregory. Those are the two Rooms to Go. Mm-hmm. Cynthia's collection's nice though. She got them nice deep reds. I'm telling you, drape's gonna look fabulous. But yeah, okay, thank you for that correction. No shade to my girl Cynthia Lee Fontaine. She watches the show. We love her. She just knows I tell the truth. She already told me, girl, you read me a couple. Yes, I did. I love you, but
it's fine.
Them shorts.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, it's them shorts, girl. She's like, oh, she's like, I hated them shorts. I'm like, I know you did. You probably was like, fuck my drag coming out here.
We just got to work on the impressions because that wasn't a good choice, babe.
That's it. That's it. Okay. Jim Carrey. Look I just had to get this screenshot because this is how everybody just was like, oh, here she go. She ran around the stage. She was sniffing markers. So was Grimes too. Markers were the hot trend alert for this Snatch Game.
Trend alert.
I could have done I'm not speaking on me. I'm just saying I wish this was more fleshed out for Jim Carrey versus this Ace Ventura craziness. I wish they like there are so many liar could have been a reference point. Like the cable guy, the mask bitch. There are so many 90s movies. Hell, In Living Color, Jim Carrey.
It could have been Fire Marshal Bill.
You could have gone whole leaps.
There's a lot of content there.
Man on the Moon, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So when I see them go immediately to Ace Ventura, I go, boo, Wendy Testerberger, boo, because to me, the second one was the best one when he came out the rhino, and it was that whole crazy scene.
I like the first one better than this.
Is that rhino? Gosh, it was so funny.
Just like,
It was a robotic rhino, so it really made it just weird. People,
My mom was so mad. I made her see that movie with me when I was a kid, and my mom was so mad that I made her watch that, and I was like livid. I was livid.
Oh God, I used to love him. Oh, he was great as the Riddler, by the way. Like he was great in that movie. He was one of my favorite people. Period. Along with Val Kilmer's suit. Yeah, that. Bruce Almighty. So many things. So for me, it's almost like if he was going to do this Ace Ventura character, he could have just changed his shirt to a white one and been Bruce Almighty and then started to do God stuff. Change the shirt again to do somebody from The Mask and in a yellow jacket. Smoke hat. You could have, but I will give you this much credit. To commit to all of that is a lot to do. I would have had a headache sitting next to you. So, yeah, I would have looked just like Bernie over here. Yep. Because I've been like, Chad, if that elbow hit me one time, I'm gonna yank this bitch. But yeah, very that. I give him credit for the commitment. Now, you bitch, winner of the election. Boo, boo, boo. It wasn't funny. Boo, it wasn't funny, Eve. Boo, it wasn't funny.
It wasn't.
No.
Be an old crotchety man. Well, you needed a little more oomph. Just wasn't hitting. Sorry.
I want better for you, Eve of the 6,000s. I want you to be 10,000 about it, okay? That 6 ain't hitting with you, girl. I don't know. I love you. But and this looks goddamn good. It does look really fucking good. It just, you let them girls wear you, and I hate that you do that. I hate you do that. I feel like you always get these bitches around you, and you, okay, let me think of something else. No, stick to what you want to do. But yeah, I wish you were funny because you had the look together. It was there. Ooh, this wig.
Okay.
I mean, don't turn this side like this. Like,
I want to stand. I want to live, but I can't.
I won't. Why are you Leslie Jones from Coming to America too? Why is that your visual reference point of Leslie Jones of all the reference points and not doing her hair like at least Heidi in Closet did?
Yeah. Yeah.
Farnsworth, go to hell. I'm not highlighting that.
What is Farnsworth doing over here in the? Ooh.
I'm not highlighting that. That's how I got attacked on Sunday.
When you do clownery.
That's how I got attacked on Sunday. That's my sis. Don't do that. This here, look, that necklace show do look familiar. Oh, Vanity. Did y'all pass that back and forth? I won't. I will not. And she yelled a lot. I mean, that is Leslie can be a little loud, but like there's more to Leslie than just I'm saying something kind of like this. Like what is this?
She was just loud. I also don't think, aside from the garment, I don't think the face or the hair really embody Leslie Jones. Like
she was just giving Third Ward. It was like, girl, what you doing? Like
when I think of Leslie Jones, I either think of her from Saturday Night Live.
Absolutely. She could have started laughing at her own jokes because Leslie couldn't get through her lines ever. So like all she had to do is just start or something of the sorts. And then, you know, there's a couple of skits that were memorable that she could have done.
She also has usually, you know, wears that shortcut that's kind of like that's a part of her and like her iconography. And so like this don't match that. Like
you just gave me somebody's mama on a Housewives of Atlanta wedding situationship where she didn't approve of the man that they're marrying because he's white. Oh, am I talking about Candace from Potomac? No, I'm just kidding. Oh God, that reunion is this. Oh, that's tomorrow. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, the reunion of that is tomorrow. I am so happy. Okay, sorry. Nicki Minaj comes in the last part of it, and I just can't wait for the reads.
Nicholas.
Yeah, Nicki comes there with a bottle of liquor ready to go. I was like, oh. And it was sort of a running joke on Twitter between her and the show, like, oh, you should let me host the reunion. Da, 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 da. Then Andy said, yeah. Let you come on the fourth part of the episode and ask the questions. And apparently Nikki drags a couple of them. So I'm like, okay, this ought to be interesting. Because she's a fan of the show. So it's really like, oh, okay.
I guess.
Kendall as Chris. They gave her one line.
They did give her one line.
One line. It was her intro and then one question. Done.
I wonder if she was funnier than what they wanted to present. And so they clipped it out.
Angela, I'm not allowed to say, but I'm gonna just say this. Very, very soon. That is all I'm gonna tell you. That's that I'm not speaking about nothing on that show other than the fact that very, very soon, period. That's all I'm saying.
And don't be in my DM because I'm not telling either.
We have shit to do at DragCon, girl. I am not about to be fucking up my robe before I
I'll see
walk
y'all in
there.
May.
Okay, like
In my crop top and
they
booties.
already be paying attention. Trust. I had somebody lead me to go, girl. What are you talking about? No, I was not. Isis, this isn't La Veneno. Like this is the outfit, but this was not La Veneno, like at all. Like not even close. Like
She was more like,
mama.
first you got to get the accent, but then like La Veneno was just very tempestuous when she talked. It had
I wanted
more
the
like a
raspiness. I wanted that
sexuality
attitude.
to it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I dare you, bitch. I
Yep.
dare you to tell me to do something. I love that about her. It's like, so I won't show my titties. Here are my titties. What do you mean? These are my titties. These are mine. I
And
bought
that's what
them.
she don't have no titties on. Veneno's titties was always in somebody's face. She was like, come on.
Well, low key, okay, I gotta highlight this. Low key, Gregory, that is the top that Naomi wore for that lip sync.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, so high key, low key, that is the same top. Same shop they got it at. She been had that in her closet. But I'm just saying, she get one person who also was given one time to speak, wasn't a good time to speak, wasn't good at all. How you were safe? I'm also asking because your runway did not give me Sandra Oh from Grey's Anatomy, but okay.
She was more Valentina. I agree.
Mm-hmm. We had this conversation earlier, but once again, going over it, and shout out to 300 plus up in this room. Make sure to hit that like button, and thank you so much for being here. A conversation of immigration as well as racism, or sort of how people feel or what they're made to feel while they're in drag or them growing up, is a total relative conversation that has happened through this entire early part of the season, almost every time we're getting dressed together. And it's happening with a lot of the queens of color that are on this show currently this season, right? I'm afraid if they send too many home, then we'll no longer have these conversations that duly we can relate to, on a sense. Because it's like, well, you send all the black people home and all the girls of color. Now what are we talking about? Gia's voice? No, I'm just playing. but it's also a deep moment and something to listen to because everybody's experience is different. Suki Doll
Actually, so you know what's gonna happen?
What?
What's gonna happen is Brooklyn is gonna call somebody to the stage and they're gonna talk about blackface with no black people present. That's what's gonna happen.
You mean just like on Down Under? All right. So Suki, again, I started falling in love with Suki because Suki's so open, and also the confidence I now understand. I remember the first episode, I was like, girl, who is this? And then as the episodes progress, I'm like, okay, I get her now. I get her a little bit more. And it's where she came from, and the fact that she's had to create this tough layer for herself, as well as a high spirit of feeling good, because it's a privilege to be in this space versus where they were before. It's a privilege to be alive when someone could be dead in the ground. It's a privilege to laugh when some people can't even move their mouths to say what they want to say. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like deep that Suki's going into this and having this conversation. And I'm like, are y'all listening? This is the shit that I be talking to myself about, the privilege of waking up the next day because I had the funds to go to the hospital to take care of my ass, all that kind of stuff. You know, some people out there really struggling. And it's like, girl, what you mean? And then we bring it on over here. Kamora, once again, somebody go in the room. Bitch, just like in the Caribbean, you can't go out with no makeup. You can't do this and that and the other. It's a privilege that we're here right now. And I'm able to be who I am. And I say, come on. You know what I mean? So again, I'm happy for these moments with the show. I love that Canada has highlighted this often. Pythia also had a moment of her coming out story in how it is in Greece. Because, you know, Pythia wasn't raised in America. They were born and raised in Greece. And how in Greek culture, they don't acknowledge gays at all, period. So it was a lot of trouble and turmoil for her going through this. She had a breakdown moment. Eve was there to grab her, as well as Gia.
That's so interesting. All the white homosexuals in Mykonos, and then all the homosexuality in like Greek lore and legend. That's so interesting to me. Like, bitch, Zeus was fucking everybody. Like,
I mean,
like,
while you going there, Dooley, in a indigenous culture now, with our Indian brothers and sisters, they have gods and deities that were trans and gay that were specific to the culture, but through, of course, America and the way we work with Christianity, it's almost blended out of their own teachings. This is what my sister oh, come on, Matt. What's my sister's name? Come on, Matt. Oh, Lady Shug. There we go. Lady Shug taught me this, and it was also discussed on colonization. Thank you, Junie. It was discussed on We're Here and that kind of stuff. Another reason why We're Here is a good show, because it really does bring up these deep moments that this show can't do, so it gets an Emmy and all that kind of crap. But I was referring, there's a lot when it comes to cultures around the world where certain influences have jumped in and said, we're not going to discuss this because this doesn't go with our ideologies now. So it's always interesting how that works. But
somebody in the comments pointed out Ethan orthodoxy. And now that you mention that, I guess that does make sense. That does make sense.
Just like in Jewish culture too, with Orthodox Jews, and exactly like that. And baby, the more Orthodox, they follow it to the book, to the book, to the book.
Well, girl, I lived in Brooklyn for several years, and many of them will tell you that, but they still be trying to get the girls at the park.
Living in West Hollywood, I can agree, because next door to West Hollywood is an Orthodox community where they all be out there, and I'm like, why is this man walking through West Hollywood with the twist of the girls there? Like, now, baby, over here.
I'm like, girl.
It's like, now, baby, over here. It's a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? It's like, all right. I mean,
I'll be like, hey, Moquisha. And then over here, hey, Methuselah. Hey, girl.
Okay. Ooh, Methuselah be swinging. I know that's right. Why you do that name so long? Oh,
got that coin in that dick. Hey, Jebediah. Hey, girl.
Listen, that's a little Amish. That's a little Jebediah, girl. Let's see. Wait, they got no lights over there, do we now? I ain't gonna do that candlelight dinner with you, bitch. I gotta see them flies if they coming through that kitchen, girl. I can't. Okay. Water is wet and people enjoy things. Okay, let's continue. My God, I can't. Category was hold on. This is so
because I can't remember.
I wrote it down because it took them a second to get there, but it's made in Canada. So first up is Kimora Moore as Deborah Cox doing Josephine Baker.
She's right.
Exactly.
I like this neck up. I don't really care for this.
I liked it.
Like, it's very big and flamboyant, which I do enjoy, but like, it looks costumey to me. I don't really care for it.
I'm okay with it. It gives a little pageanty. I wouldn't put this in the top 10, but I know that she would be walking the stage as contestant number 15. So I kind of enjoyed that aspect of it, and I also love it's a Deborah moment along with Josephine Baker, two Black iconic legends. Yeah, I was cool with it. I liked it. It's all right. It's nice. You couldn't tell me that this wasn't fucking Courtney Cox and Scream giving you all kinds of Gale Weathers, bitch. I thought this was Gale Weathers. I kid you not. The movie's filmed in Canada. I assume we were doing Gale Weathers. So, where are we at with this?
I see it.
Why was this given so much high praise, though, low-key, for a big-ass shoulder moment on a jacket, a bumped wig, and a little skirt to match? It's cute, but I didn't really get like, wow, from this. But to me, it's Gale. It's Gale Weathers.
Yeah, this is all right.
April O'Neil, she could never. No,
she April looks more like pants. April O'Neil than she do whoever it's supposed to be.
I'm just saying, like, if she had pants, it'd be April. Like, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Ninjas in a house. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Everything but who she said it was, but actually who she was Jeannie Becker, who was legendary in Canada for being a reporter. But
child, she could be Carmen Harlan from Detroit WDIV News, but
and them shoulders could be on Dynasty. But there you go. God, them shoulders. I'm so mad she went home because the girl gives fashion. This was so fucking cute. And this, I knew the reference immediately from the Sandra Oh movie that she was referring to, but this I thought was so fucking cute. And the way it went into this tiny little dress moment, because she didn't have money, but she was finding happiness and things, was just like, oh my God. So I feel bad for Suki. I mean, yeah, it's low key as tall as a shirt. You know what I mean? Like in like a kid's shirt, honestly. But I thought this was adorable. I thought the wig was cute. And I thought the little pearl moment was everything. I knew this character. I loved it. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed this. You know what? Since I got to make a new trivia board anyway. I'm gonna go crunch the numbers. In my mind, I need to know how many Asian queens have made it past the first 3 eliminations that are not named Jujubee. I need to do some statistics, like we was talking about on Thursday. I'm gonna do some drag race statistics because I'm curious. Because the math not mathing. I don't think the math is mathing. Like I make a rocket launcher. I broke math.
Testing. Hi.
I forgot about Manila and Raja. I did it on purpose, but I think my point still stands.
We'll be back with keeping it real. We'll be back. Jesus, Priyanka won her season 2. Y'all better come out here and start yelling. Something Wong, you know her placement. That's my sis, but you know her placement. Don't do that. Okay, let's continue. Adriana is next. This is the only person I didn't know her reference point from. I understand that she said the lesbian queen of the serpents, and Afro-Latina. I could not find the person. I literally kept rewriting it back. Like, what did she say? Y'all, do you have the name of the lady who she was supposed to be, who she's representing here? Because I promise you, I sat there and rewinded back several times and was like, I can't do this no more. I know it's not River Medway.
No, they were still listing off Asian queens.
Oh, okay.
Someone says Riverdale.
It's
Vanessa Morgan.
Vanessa Morgan. Really? Is that the name she said?
Let's Google this.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Vanessa Morgan, Canadian actress. That's what it's saying.
Oh, that's who she's supposed to be. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
Interesting.
Finding Carter. What? Oh, she's on Riverdale. Oh yeah, that I would never.
We're old and we have taste. Sorry.
Ant Farm. Oh yeah, my babysitter's. Oh, she was in Geek Charming. Okay. I'm trying to find something else she could have been in that I would have actually gave time. Frankie and Alice with Halle Berry. Yeah, that movie didn't do well. That's why I duly don't know what it is. Yeah, it was about. It wouldn't. No, lip sync battle. They invited her. Oh, she was in a Divas Christmas Carol with Vanessa Williams. You know Vanessa.
Fuck the family. The family fucked my husband.
It said Ant Farm, but I didn't watch Ant Farm. I was too old for that. I just I knew the girl from Ant Farm because she was fun. She gave me Kyla Pratt, like a younger version of her, if they ever did the Proud Family again. Like that was the only reason I knew the Ant Farm. Yeah, and I don't do Riverdale because it's not Riverdale. I liked the actual Archie comics when I was a kid, and I saw a couple.
Right.
Yeah, I saw what Riverdale was going for, and not only is the writing shit, it's shit, but
I'm like, why is Jughead fucking? What is this?
It is so weird. It is so weird. I'm like, why is this television and why is this getting renewed over and over again? Who is paying for this budget? I'm so sorry, Adriana. I don't like this outfit.
It's a boot girl. Sorry.
And the reason why, and this is Shea Coulee's issue when she did this too with this little bustier top, when it be moving like this, cat, cow. Like I hate that so much. So I think concept-wise, you were going for it. It just didn't land. And you had a great week last week though. But this, I also don't get who you were being from this look. Now that I've seen the pictures, I'm like, I would never have known. Ever.
It was my favorite.
Excuse me. Next is Kendall Jenner.
Oh, we didn't forget Kendall, girl.
You like this?
I absolutely do. I like the way that, I love Austin Powers. The second movie is my favorite. And like, I like how she took kind of his garb and made it drag and made it feminine, primarily because Austin Powers is so absurdly masculine, which is why the shit is funny.
My issue is she did Mike Myers as Austin Powers. Mike Myers, while Canadian, Austin Powers is British.
He's from London, yeah.
So what? And you're blonde. What about that is even Austin Powers, if even Mike Myers? So no.
That's a good point.
I don't
know.
I didn't like when she walked out and said that. I was like, "Who are you?" I thought you were Elton John, Loki. Like on a real guy.
I mean, you.
Y'all can say I'm mad. I'll take it. I just for me, it's I've seen it, and also like I didn't get the assignment from that. It's giving Drag Race UK before it gives me Drag Race Canada.
Ooh.
Just saying. Okay. Just saying. Oh, and when you came out, it kind of ruined it for me too, girl. Oh my God, who could I be?
Grover.
It could have been Vanilla Prince. Yeah, it could have just. There were so many things it could have been. So when she said, I'm like, who? Like, what? Like, what are we doing here? Why the blonde wig? Don't do Grover like that. I can't with Dooley for Grover. I had to take it off.
Super Grover.
So yeah, again, I'm aware Mike Myers is Canadian. I don't see Mike Myers in this. And just because Mike Myers did a movie with Austin Powers being so popular, Mike Myers also did several other characters. I'd rather this have been Dr.
It could have been Shrek.
What's his name? Yeah, it could have been Shrek. It could have been
Shrek.
Dr. Evil would have been a better reference for me.
Edema Swoop. I love that movie. I've referenced Shrek during at least 3 broadcasts this week. I love that movie.
Why are y'all saying Ellen D? Ellen DeGeneres? Like, this is... Oh, Ellen, if she was like, spotlight. Well, Ellen can't walk, so no, Gia's already got her there. Yeah, Ellen can't walk for shit. Them kids be worn out, girl, because them
girl, they said she could dance.
They said. People say a lot of things that aren't true. Okay, that girl be two-stepping. All right. I'm sorry. I don't read the laugh, but girl, it was the explanation of this outfit for me as a Black man who is light-skinned, who is not biracial with white parents at all, that I just didn't know why we needed that description represented for my light-skinned people.
Can confirm both of Matt's parents are Black. Can confirm.
Okay, my mom is light-skinned and my dad is dark-skinned. Like my dad's like Dooley's color, right? However,
I've seen photos of both.
It's like I would announce that like I'm gonna be Stacey McKenzie because of my light skinnedness today. I would never announce that as a Black person who is light skinned ever. So it was I just went my light ass, y'all. I'm like, you know what?
When we talk about Black icons, we don't traditionally talk about them with like consideration of like how light or dark they are. They're just a Black icon. Like
it's not mixed. That's another reason why I was like, girl, like Stacey's like me. We both have Black parents, but we came out light skinned, right? But Kendall, here's the thing. Let's talk about this outfit. Actually, I like this look, and I'm glad you did Stacey. I miss Stacey so fucking much on this show, to be real. However, that explanation I felt unnecessary. So as a light-skinned Black person, I was looking at you weird. Like, why would you do that announcement? They already say that we're stuck up, bitch. They already say that we think they're better than them. Now you got to pay homage to your light-skinned sister. Okay, girl.
When she said that, Matt, that's it. So my mind, aside from just being like, what? Like, my mind jumped to all the light-skinned memes. It was just thinking about, like, all that stuff.
It's like, that was so tone deaf. It was so tone deaf. I was like, what are you doing? Like, thank you. Like, Rick. Like, come on, Rika. It's the truth. We don't say that. We don't. Who am I? I'm going to be Big Lotto because she's light-skinned. What? What? I would be dragged walking out the street. Bitch, they would get my light-skinned ass girl. You think you better than that? It's very paper bag test. It was very that. And I I like you, Kendall, but we go if I ever got a chance to talk to light skin, we gonna have a conversation about that. Because like you don't gotta make announcements like that. I promise you.
If
Like,
she really wanted to do a light skin icon, she could have did Lisa Bonet or like something. Because like, I was like, girl.
To add to this, because someone I could already hear someone, well, what about the girls talking about highly melanated, this, that, and the other? Because our highly melanated brothers and sisters were mistreated by white people and light-skinned people for that matter, and all these other motherfucking folks because of how dark their skin is. And why we say brown skin is everything and melanated everything is because it is, because all tones of skin are. But that in particular
stigmatized.
has
still
been
stigmatized today.
Absolutely. So that is why I'm not going to sit here and give the same kind of tease. If let's say Ocean came up there, I'm giving you all kinds of black excellence and giving you that cocoa skin. I wouldn't blink. But with this, it's like, girl, we don't have to say that. Like, we black already, but you know what's up. Like, my parents sat me down with my brothers. You, Matthew, will go through something different than what Bobby's going to go through. And Bobby, you'll see it happen to Matthew, and you'll go vice versa. And it's the truth. Happened at school was the perfect example of that. So, like, on the real note, no shade to Kendall at all. But speaking from somebody who would never need to say it like that, that announcement wasn't necessary. That's all. It was just like, you didn't have to do that.
You know, this is your one. You know, I still want to have, as Matt wants to say, I still want to holla. It's fine. We'll teach you along the way.
Yeah, I don't think she was doing this to be rude either, which is why I'm not dragging as hard as I want to. It just was really like, we don't have to make announcements like that. I promise you. You could have just said, I'm representing Stacey McKenzie because she's a bad motherfucking bitch. I wouldn't have blinked. And if anybody had said anything about you, well, is she black? Receipts can then follow. But it was the whole, for my light skinned girl. We don't do that. We don't do that. We represent everybody.
I know that's right, Camry. Camry said colorism is worldwide. I know that anti-blackness is global, girl. That part.
Because it's a privilege to be light-skinned in certain places where people are questioning you versus going, oh, he's dark. I'm gonna grab this and do all that. Trust me, they be confused sometimes with me.
It's
other times they don't.
Proximity to whiteness. You should Google that in your free time.
Okay. I be saying, ooh, Lord have mercy. And you know, one of my last boyfriends was straight up from Africa, and he is the complexion, you know what I'm saying? And we would deal with a lot of bullshit, and he speaks way better than I do. You know what I'm saying? It's just the crazy stuff. They talk to me instead of him. And it'd be like, I know that did not just happen. Like, we had a car accident. Who they talked to didn't even walk to him, walked right to me. I was like, oh, I was in the passenger seat. This is his car. I don't got this Mercedes. Talk to him. Kendall, you're fine, baby. We're gonna work on that. Okay. All right. Eve 6000 giving Carrie Ann Moss from The Matrix. Oh no, absolutely.
As someone that is well versed in all things The Matrix, as someone who loves the franchise and has seen all those movies several times, I cannot give this the stamp of approval. I have to give it a boo.
Really? I liked it.
This does not scream Trinity to me. It does not scream Carrie Ann Moss to me. It also doesn't help that there's a new movie coming out. Like, there's too many references that I feel like it would shoot. I'll see it.
Angela, that man he got a white man, girl. I can't go back to him. It's fine. I love him to death. But he got a white man now, girl. He went a little past the shades, girl. He left us alone. So not y'all no more. I was a little too hood for him.
The hair, like, if she wanted to go, I see glimpses. I see what she was trying to do. It looks like she was trying to give the long coatlet, particularly when
she was mad when that young man had told her that her hair wasn't slicked back. She said, "The fuck you mean? This is slicked back." I was like,
he was just talking.
Yeah, he really was though, because that hair was.
I think she should have went the shortcut. She should have been a short wig, and it could have been slicked back.
Maybe what he needed to say, besides it's not slicked back enough. Maybe he should have said, "Well, if you're going to do Carrie, I thought you were going to do a shorter wig." But again, you don't have to do the full interpretation to look exactly like the person who you're giving. So that doesn't apply for me. I honestly like this outfit. I thought Mother was cinch. I would have wore this low key, except mine would have been a bigger cape in the back, different accessories. But yes, different hair. But I personally liked it.
So Darkwing actually asked a question about what I was literally going to say. Darkwing said, "What is the green lining for?" I was actually going to say one thing that I do like about this is that The Matrix has like a green filter motif in them first 3 minutes. Like it's everywhere. So just like the new movies that are coming out, everything has a fucking blue motif. Everything is fucking blue.
Yeah.
So I think she noticed that, and I think that's why she accessorized and like lined her garment in green.
Yeah, that, and it also adds depth to it because of the green lining. Because if it was a black lining, we'd be like, okay. But that green adds a little pop. And so now we're like recognizing details like that. Claps. Eve's delusion, though, is what's irritating me. Whew. And everybody else is back there with her because Mama thinks she's high up there, honestly. No shade to you. You know, I don't need another Twitter message, okay? Because, girl, I was like, it is 3 o'clock in the morning. Why are you messaging me? I really hated that. I was like, why are you hitting me over what? It's an opinion, girl. Like, calm down. Okay.
She was like, who you finna try? You better than me. Ooh,
and it was like,
cats.
Because it was over the crying thing. I am not one of those stunt queens, girl. And it was like, you actually took that seriously? It's speculation, mother. Calm down. Like,
cats.
Jesus. I was like, girl.
Matt was talking to us. It was on Twitter, and I was like, gag.
Yeah, I said that to do. I was like, girl, what is this? Like, why are we angry out episode 1? Like, bring it in. So, talking about Isis Couture now, this is not Sandra Oh in Grey's Anatomy at all.
It's
not near it. Not close to it. Not even the same decade.
She's nothing of the sort.
Never have been. This is definitely Nurse Ratched, like y'all are saying in the comment section here. Nurse Ratched down, but like...
She said those shoes were for somebody beautiful, not her.
Bitch, this gives a music video, like, and they're like doing like doctor's work in the background, and Meg's about to pop and go, ow, ow, and then sing a whole bar over and over again for about 7 lines, and that. But this is not Sandra Oh. Sandra, where are you? Where are you, Sam? This is pretty to me, but I just...
It's pretty, but it's not the assignment.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's just not, like Julie said, not the assignment. Halloween 2, I'd have got more from this. It was based in the hospital. That. Maybe shot in Canada. I don't know.
If she put on a patch, she could be Ellie Driver.
No, she couldn't. But she could try to be.
Well,
she doesn't have the range. All right, let's.
Well,
I need a pant. If we go do some Elle Driver, bitch. I need a pant. I need that coat. I need that umbrella, and I need that whistle and toes. That's still my favorite scene.
I need everybody to turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, I am here. I am here. I need somebody to help me.
Woo! She works at a mental ward with like light security because clearly the outfit fits.
Wait, Matt, she could be a nurse from the first service.
Oh, but it's cute. It's cute. It's really cute. It's just not that's not Sandy. It had never been no. Oh my God. Why do I love you so much, Pythia? First of all, for you doing Catherine O'Hara, that's going to be 10 points just off the top. A Schitt's Creek reference is about 150 points on top of it. And to make it clear, not a season 1 reference. No. Mid-tier season when she finally got work again and she had to do Crows 4. It was like the Crowaning or something stupid like that. That's one of the most iconic moments from Schitt's Creek. You get all points for me. I don't care. I give them all. Crowning, right. It was, oh my God. I can't believe she did that. I was like, this is real fucking it. And I probably, if I had been from Canada, doing Canada, done Catherine O'Hara, but just as Moira. I wouldn't even thought to do the birds. I would just came out in one gaudy ass outfit she would have wore. Very that. But yes, this is everything. Julia,
I wish I could say more about this. I know the reference. I'm not a Schitt's Creek gay. I'm sorry that it's amusing, but it's not really my type of humor. I just be like, work.
It's so funny. It's so funny. It's that dry ass humor. I love that. I don't like
dry. That's also why I don't like The Office. I don't like dry humor. I be sitting there like,
that's my favorite kind. I just love it when it's not supposed to be, or someone's face is absolutely dead serious while they're literally reading somebody. I'm just like, oh. She means it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm here for it. This is, the second time she's done some heels with some craziness. Again, I have to give Charity Case that time too, because she did the same thing, had bunny feet and had heels on. And I was like, gag. So time is giving, and Pythia is really pissing on all these girls. Hold on, wait, it's Rika. Stanley.
Stan.
Stan.
I like all his memes.
Yeah, Stanley is one of my favorites on The Office. Actually, I was watching The Office before I did this with y'all today, and it was season 2 when it was still really offensive. But yes, judging took place, and of course, people had their opinions. Some were valid and some weren't. Backstage, they're having conversations. Adriana's feeling a little bit like bad because she, of course, was in the top last week and won, and now it's like, damn, bitch, I'm close to going home. The girls who were in the bottom were handling it a little bit better than Eve, who felt like, I didn't think the judging was correct when it came to my hair. I just didn't agree with them. It was sort of that spill with Eve. You know what I mean? To be honest, Eve didn't look the worst sitting back here at all. Compared to even all of them, they all actually look pretty decent. So I wouldn't have looked at your outfit and thought bottom either, Eve. But I also know that certain things, you know, your Bernie Sanders was trash.
I would like to make a request. World of Wonder, I know that you made this during COVID, and once we finally get up out of this mess, I need y'all to go ahead and bring back the Gold Bar and the Interior Illusions Lounge, because shit used to go down. Like, that was good untucked. That was good untucked.
That goes for all the drag races across the land. That 30 minutes was necessary and needed. And we're not talking about sitting in one room and just staring at a brick. No, we need separation so girls can talk about each other. Okay. A little drama that goes a long way. Listen,
Chad Michael, come here. Oh, we can hear you cackling over the. So what's so funny? Because I would like to know.
Listen, we had 400 plus in here earlier. Y'all, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button before you leave, as well as stay here. We're almost down to the end of this road. Now, of course, the moment has happened where Eve expresses herself, and of course, the girls are like, Eve, you shouldn't feel that way, and no, I'm just going to feel my way. There was also a moment, too, when they were backstage, and I guess Eve was feeling defeated about Bernie Sanders, and Suki was trying to console her. And he was like, I don't need that. I don't need no pep talk and all that kind of stuff. I just want to feel what I want to feel. And Suki's like, well, you're telling us that you're feeling upset and I'm trying to help you. And now you're like, don't help me. Make that work. And even I had to give Gia a moment. She's like, I'm just shaving my eyebrows over here. I don't know why I got. It was like, come on, girl. Like, we're trying to be helpful. And what you do is you sort of it back on them, but then go, no one likes me. Okay. Suki had the conversation of privilege. I was clapping, just standing up, going, abso-fucking-lutely. It's the truth. There's too much shit going on for me to sit here and be like, oh, woe is me. Nope, didn't happen. Fix it, make it work. Do what you got to do. I'm here for a little maturity. It's needed in that room. Cynthia Kiss wins. Rachel Zoe Bot wins. Bottom 2 is Suki Doll and
Nurse.
God damn you. Okay, the lip sync happens. It's Suki Doll up against Eve divided by 5. And I was like, okay, let's see what's going to happen here. I do like this song. I never heard it before until this episode. So I was like, oh, okay, she's a little bit of a bop. I wish the girls would have been able to turn it a little bit harder, though, with that up-tempo mix. But I was also still somewhat entertained. I'm going to ask the question before I tell you who I feel won, but between the two, and you, Dooley, here answer this as well. Was it Suki who was winning, or was it Eve who was winning?
Let me see. I know what my answer is. I'm curious to see what's in the. I'm gonna tell you, but I'm curious to see what the girls.
You know, Suki took off her jacket, you know, and gave us a little baby bottle pop dress, and then Eve unwrapped herself, or I guess, or took off the jacket, and then we got to see, you know, everything holding in between. I was like, all right, Boudin, give it. You know what I'm saying? So there was emotions, there were things that were happening and all that kind of stuff. To me personally, for me, if I'm going to choose somebody, I liked that Suki did a few more things for me that were entertaining. The Naomi crawl on the floor, of course, all that kind of shit. There were moments where I felt she was really into the song. And I thought Suki won it, in my opinion. I thought Eve was not emoting
Yeah.
as much in certain parts. There were moments when she was staring down at the floor they highlighted, and it was like, okay, are we putting this against her? I don't get it. And for everything that it's worth, no shade, Eve, Brooklyn's brought up the fact that sometimes it doesn't feel like there's a full connection when you're walking, right? I agree. And I also felt it in this too. I don't think you're always plugged in. I think you have a couple batteries in the back. Yeah, but not plugged in. So I thought Suki won, in my opinion.
So I agree, and I was gonna bring up the same points. So like when they did show Suki, I was like, yes. But it felt like they were intentionally not including her in the like perspectives and angles that they were given, because they're trying to justify this story that of the comment that Brooklyn made. They're like, oh, look at her, she's emoting. Look at her, she's doing, and it's like, but did she though? Because I can't tell, because you jumping around giving us this ratchet ass POV. Like, from what we saw, I would have also given it to Suki.
And that's just the opinion. Again, Eve won. Can't change it, won't take it back. I'm not going to sit here and complain and go, fuck all that. I just feel that Sandra Oh beat Carrey and Moss. That's all. That's what I saw.
I will be the violent one here, and I'm going to say that Eve won in the same way that Eureka beats Cameron.
Okay.
That's underscore, do know the underscore on
Esther T. I'm highlighting this because I'm going to tell you this right now. Throughout this entire episode, runway and this lip sync performance, I had a tough time getting screenshots, and you want to know why? Because every time it got to a focusable point of seeing someone clear, now we got a close up of them. Nope, side face, nope, feet, nope. I want to focus on the person, and y'all keep cutting it so fast that it's like everything's a blur. I agree with this completely. This is way too edited. Look at me now saying that. It's way too edited.
It is. I mean, as someone that has watched at this point all.
Well, I'm not gonna say all at this point. I have.
I ain't watched Thailand. But like, when y'all have to start surreptitiously cutting camera angles, when I start having questions, I have more questions when you go to that length to like either hide or highlight something.
Yeah,
that makes me take question of like whether or not what I'm watching is actually happening. And it's happened several times throughout the seasons, more recently than kind of back in the day. But like Matt said, like we rarely got a clear view of Suki Doll, which made me be like, oh, what was she doing?
You used to be able to see what the girls were wearing. You used to be able to watch them lip sync down, and it wasn't like a full on, fuck fest of cut here, bring it there, turn it into like very that. So I don't like the zoom ins. I don't like the close ups all the time. I want them to pan it out. We need to see the show. The show. If I was at a bar, I see the show. I see a panoramic view of everything. Like, don't give us these TV edits all the time. And it makes us feel like they're sending people home by the way they edit folks. What we're paying attention to, what we're listening to now. But you know what? This was a funny moment for me because I knew then that Suki had no idea this girl had even unwrapped that jacket when she was performing, because she was in her own world. And when she went to hug her, like, oh, bitch. I was like, bitch, you sweating. I know you lying. Like, you're touching what? I got to dry clean these clothes. But Suki Doll was sent home. I'm not happy. I was actually becoming a big fan of Sook. And I also wanted to see what she was going to give on her runways. We just never got there. And I'm really sad because I felt like she could have been a huge contender, especially in the fashion department. Always. But yeah, Suki's gone.
Send Asian girls home back to back, girl. Are the black women next? Is Kendall Jenner? I can't even say the joke.
Well, if she turns off the light, then she won't have to respond to any of those things. It feels like a light switch with that one. Today I will be, tomorrow I won't. But it depends here. I'm concerned for Kimora. I'm concerned for Adriana. I am concerned for Eve. As far as people who I'm looking at right now in this competition, I don't think that the Rat Pack, the three girls, Kendall, Cynthia, and Gia, are going anywhere.
They're not all gonna make it. It'll be like one.
Like, I they seem to be in a clique and everything seems to be going fine for them. I don't know. I'm just watching the show at this point. That's just kind of how I'm doing it. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
watching the show at this point. Like, all right, let's see who they gonna send home for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. I mean, based upon what we've seen, in the we know Pythia is gonna make it to the end. She gonna make it to the end.
It's Pythia. Girl,
Pythia. I thought it was Pythia.
No, it's Pythia.
Just like Pythagoras.
Mm-hmm.
I'll Google the etymology later. She'll make top. I'm assuming it's the other two. It's gonna be Kendall and maybe Geometric at this point because those are the girls they keep highlighting. Everybody else is either flopping or in the background.
Rami, don't tell him the wrong way. That is not how to say that. It's not Pythia. No, it's Pythia. The reason why I know it is because I had to make sure because they tried me on Espana. So I was listening intently to the name and I waited for Brooklyn to say it because I was like, did you fuck it up? She's like, no. So it's Pythia. But it's Greek. Anywho, like Dooley says, all true. All things we're looking at here. I need drama and not from Eve. Can someone else get in an argument, please? Or something like that happen that's actually entertaining? I don't know. What's the runway category? It's a country musical next week. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. And acting
Okay,
for
bitch.
UK.
So y'all know ahead of time which girls y'all gonna cast for the season. Can y'all stop giving us challenges that don't match with the girls that's on our TV screen? That shit don't make sense. And then y'all be looking sideways because y'all trying to judge some shit that don't fit. We mad because they gave a fucked up performance. And then like
country pop girl groups. Country pop girl groups. Country pop girl.
We need less musical challenges. We need less acting challenges, and we need more drag queen skill based. Girl, make them get up and do a comedy challenge. We ain't seen one of them in years.
Whatever, whenever. I'm getting very Jinx and Relax to Talk storyline with Pythia and Brat Pack, except not the same organic storyline. Yeah, because they're not bullying Pythia like how Roxy was bullying Pythia and Detox was laughing at Roxy making fun of her, and Alaska didn't want to be a part of it towards the end because she realized she was going to have a bad edit.
Mm-hmm.
Had to get that out.
Farnsworth, I said what I said. We ain't had a comedy challenge in a long time.
Candy won the last comedy challenge. That's so mean. She's super successful now. World of Wonder posted that.
I'm sorry.
Did you read that? World of Wonder posted that. She got the last laugh. It was like, what? Who are you talking to? And who is that for? I was like, it said, and they literally quoted her Katie Muse top 2 producer. Da, 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 da. And I was like, hold on. Is that for colostomy? Like, who is that for? Is that for our sister? Is that? I said, okay. Anywho. Shout out to Candy. She is doing work because Mama's been touring with Voss. Is that right? Voss?
That sounds about right.
I think it's Voss.
I don't know how Brandon Voss did it, girl, but you didn't tag yourself to Drag Race brand, girl. You were living. I said work. Then went from New York icon to full brands. You did that.
Tamisha
girl, just a few years ago, we was arguing over the copyright to Drag Brunch, and now you out here making coins. Work.
And Wildcard, that was my point in the first place when it came to Candy. I was like, I may not care for her on this show, but who's to say what's going to happen outside of this and where the career is going to go? And sure enough, Mama did what she was supposed to do. I didn't see her dragging girls online. She may have had a little catty something. She may have said something catty, but it was never like to the point of her arguing with people like somebody else was doing. She never put herself in a business where no one was going to help her do it. She never put out businesses that she couldn't compete with. She never gave you shoes that were never sent. She never created websites with money and asked for you to pay a certain amount for lives that didn't exist or ever happened or were on time.
She didn't make fake Reddit accounts to give herself compliments about herself.
Trinity, like honestly, so I give her time, credit, and effort. And I knew that was going to happen. I just talked about in the show where she looked looked amazing, looked the fool again, cute, maybe, and then we were fine. But no, you could still miss me with that wig at the end with the nope, you can still miss me with that. And I'm still mad at my sister too, Simone. Girl, I wanted that thing to spin so fucking bad. It just popped out your little wig, and I was like, that's it? That's it? It's not spinning? I want her to fly. I want her to look like Go Gadget. My wig is up. Like, I wanted that.
I am excited for Simone. I'm also nervous. One thing that I've noticed is that first of all, it seems like RuPaul has had more of a direct hand in the direction of her career, which gets me nervous because I don't want RuPaul to be trying to live vicariously through Simone. But particularly, it looks like they've been modeling her career very similarly to the early days of RuPaul. And I'm like, okay, girl, I don't know. I love you, but like, be careful, girl.
I don't think it was supposed to spin, but it just gave me that tease. Like, for me, if I'm going to have something with tassels fly out, it's going to be spinning. Like, you're going to think that I'm flying away somewhere. Like, honestly, like, I'll have a trench coat fall out of my ass, and then all of a sudden I will be Inspector Gadget. I'll have a little doll with a little pigtails on it, throw that at people in the audience. That's Penny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to give you the extra. You know what I'm saying? But I also know that it's still for what it was worth. I already knew Simone had it in the bag. It was like, yeah, it's gonna be my baby. It's like, come on now, like she's mini RuPaul, like a whole nother version of her. You know what I'm saying? But also Simone, and there you go. And it's sort of the path is leading that way. I see it.
It's very much giving me M. Bison rearing Cammy so that he has a new body to swap into once he dies. And I'm like, girl, that's creepy.
We do love a good, but still Street Fighter Alpha is still gonna be my favorite series because that's when Cammy finally gets her brain back and the dolls get introduced, and you have to go get some other girls who have low key half the moves that Cammy has, who's still top tier in Street Fighter 5, even though trying to make you pay all that money for the game that's been out for 7 years. Okay, let me stop talking about stuff.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm still mad about it. I literally, when I gave that game back, I said, don't you ever.
You bought it?
I bought the original one, and then they started releasing things on it. And then I gave it back. And then 2 years later, they're like, we released everything on this disc. However, you still have to buy stuff.
So I was online. I was like, okay, this is March of 2018. I was like, okay, I need a new game. What do I want? And like everybody was like, buy Street Fighter. And one friend was like, nah, I know you. Buy Overwatch. And I bought Overwatch. And now I do not regret it. Because had I bought Street Fighter, like everybody else said,
you'd have been pissed. And mind you, I love the game. I mained Laura down, my Brazilian sister. I used to wear the girls out with her. Like, I lived for the game, but I just was so mad with how they did the marketing for it and the fact that they were just trying to cheat people out of their money off of one game that spanned forever when you really could have just released all that shit and we'd been done. And it probably would have been the best-selling game because everyone had kept buying it. But they think because they're doing the extras with the DLC, they're going to get you. But that's gaming now. Look at Animal Crossing, girl. You had to pay $50 for an update that the game literally already made that should have been out last year. It's trash. All right, look at us talking. We're finished talking about Canada's Drag Race. It's on a program called Crave. For my Canadian folks out there, you know what it is. I don't know that station. They won't let us have it. But it's for World of Wonder. WoW Presents Plus. It's a long name. For the kids who have it. $4.99, I think. Or $3.99 for the other cats. Get you some. Enjoy. It's a little low. It's lower than Shudder. You got more content than Shudder too. But don't get any ideas, WoW. Don't you do it. All right. We're already paying money to go to this drag con again and risk our lives. But yes.
Let me go ahead and schedule my booster girl so that I can be there in the.
I mean, y'all better get some shots or something before you go in. Like you go to Africa, honey, try to get that get malaria, bitch. I mean, for real.
Matt likes to wear clothes. I don't. So during that time, I'm wearing the least amount of clothes that I legally can. Come say hello.
I will have clothes on. I will not leave any of my sweat on you, or any of my chest hairs will not fall somewhere on you. If you want to take that home, make sure to grab a bag. Pray over it, though, because he be carrying things. I don't know what's happening here. All right, y'all.
You know, condoms, flu. You never know.
Thank you for tuning in. I thank you so much for tuning in. Not for that part, but I thank you for tuning in for the other parts of this show. We had a good time today for this long period of time. We thank Dooley so much for being here, for co-hosting with me today for the Canadas of the Dragon and the Racing them. That's going to be happening again on Saturday for the kids. I'll probably do solo next week. Let's see here, but do follow Dooley.
Matt fired me. I got fired.
Bitch, we got Dragula, girl.
We surely do.
I just asked today because it was Snatch Game, and I was like, I want to talk about this with somebody. Fuck.
Wait, Selena wanted Puerto Rican? That's how I felt.
What are your social medias, Dooley? Get out of here.
Okay, y'all. I'm just being silly. Y'all can find me on Twitter at _Dooley Noted _. So that's _DOOLEYNOTED. It's a key there. That's where I'm my best self. Follow me on the Twitter. So you can follow me on Instagram at Dooley Noted as presented below for all of my content, the gym selfies, the food, and everything in between. Or you can follow me at Dooley Does Food, simply only for my food content. Just go ahead and follow that account anyway. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on YouTube at Dooley Does Food. Got to get this video done. It's not done because my work was trash this week. Trying to keep my job, girl. Trying to keep my job.
Because he lost this one, apparently. No, I'm just all the comment section talking about dude. That dude got fired.
Wait, Mimi knows the tea. That's funny because Mimi knows the tea.
That's about Dooley's hours.
That's not the tea, but I did talk to Mimi this week, and I was like, "Girl, let me tell you,
I can't. Things I won't. I will not follow." All right. I can't. It's your boy Matty Rants. Thanks so much for tuning in. My link tree is in the description where you can find me and other social media platforms. Don't forget the panel Sunday. It'll be a full house. Everybody's going to be there, including Justin Rain, Dooley, Blakeisha, Jamari D4, C Diggy1. C Diggy even texted me today confirming he'll be there. So yes, and we have, of course, a lot to talk about with the dragging of the racing in of them and of the hot topics in them and all that other good stuff. So make sure you tune in Sunday. Get your libations, get your drink, get your orange juice or whatever you're doing that day. We'll have a good conversation this Sunday, okay?
Water.
Agua. We thank you again for being here. We'll see you next time. Oh, Artemis. I will soon have 2 cats, I promise you. And they will be Artemis and Luna, and I will be that one. Okay? And then I'll get a dog, and I'll name him Usagi-chan. All right, everybody. Whatever. So, Julie, this is me. Just lay down, Julie. Just lay down. Just lay down. All right. There you go. There you go.
You into autoerotic asphyxiation? Yes.
I'm just doing a little Bride of Chucky. He sat on that man, looked at Tiffany and said, hi. I was like, you just got brought back to life. That's the first thing you say to her. Hi.
Is she on the show now?
Tiffany will be in next week's episode. Yes. So Chucky's, now the kids, some kids are aware it's alive. It's the little boy that he has a crush on, and the bitch that's been rude now are fully aware the doll is alive, and Chucky's like on the fuck it zone. So now he's not protecting Jake anymore. He's like, fuck you. I was like, oh, here we go. And Tiffany's now just stepped in because a new doll has been introduced. A Tommy doll.
Word.
I'm like,
I need to check my package and see if I got Sci-Fi USA because I want to kiki with y'all, but I don't know if I got that network.
It's so good. You have to watch it. Yes, but it's normally in the basics, girl, especially USA. Okay. And it should be on demand if you missed it because they always be talking about it now. All right, y'all. Let me get my leg over here. Oop. Okay.
Yes.
I'm wrapped in cords and I'm trying to give y'all gymnasts. Okay.
Get out of there.
Get that out of there. There we go. That's in the song. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good motherfucking one. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to get back to Animal Crossing so I can listen to some music that's going to low-key put me to sleep. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Listen. Yeah.